start of the final race of the VX1 Winter Series. It's regatta number 3, and one in December, January, and this is February. And it's been a great series. Lots of wind on Pensacola Bay. They started out with wind of up to 17 knots, and now it's moderated down to about 10 to 12. So it's a great day for sailing, and we'll welcome the fleet back hopefully in 2022-23. It looks like one of the mark bots, the weather mark for the gate, is trying to fix its place before the fleet gets upwind. It's getting into position. This is the first mark rounding in race number 3 of the VX1 Winter Series, event number 3 in Pensacola, Florida. This is the final event of the series. This is the mark rounding. They're generally pretty crowded. It's the first mark rounding, so they haven't had time to spread out. Beautiful day on Pensacola Bay. The wind is moderated down to probably under 10 now. Seems to be less here at the weather mark than it was at the start. There were 41 boats entered in this regatta for this weekend, but we had some attrition yesterday. It was really windy, about 22 knots. Some boats capsized and there were some broken parts, but looks like they're all out here today. The boat with the red spinnaker is from Canada. We got boats here from all over the country. Washington State, New England, Rhode Island, Florida, of course, and all across the middle of the country. Colorado, Oklahoma. So, because that mark bot was out of position and moving, there were people that called up and asked where to go, and so the race was abandoned. So there'll be a restart of race number 3. So they're making that announcement on the radio right now. PRO Hal Smith is right on top of it. Well, it's the start of race number 3 all over again. Race number 3, the original race was abandoned. because the weather mark was moving. The mark set bot had a communication problem and started moving away, and then they had to reposition it. So that would have been it was not a good race. So now they're starting race number 3 again. This is the final race of the 2001, 2022, 2021, 2022 the X1 Winter Series. So the boats are starting to peel off from the start. Beautiful day on Pensacola Bay. They started out with racing in 22 knots of wind, probably 17, 22, and now it's down to maybe 10. Don't see too many white caps, and it's a beautiful day. This is really race number 8, because Saturday sailors raced 5 races. They had a full day. The race committee bot team is standing by at the weather mark to make sure that this bot doesn't escape again. It seems to be having trouble holding its place, so they're having to move it back into place if it starts drifting. The race committee boat has set a substitute mark, I believe. This is the first mark rounding in race number 8 of the series number 3 regatta, the 3rd race on Sunday. First weather mark. Race number 8, the 3rd race on Sunday in the 3rd event of the VX1 Winter Series in Pensacola, Florida. We have a substitute mark in place, and a pretty big wind shift as well. And the wind has gotten much lighter. Started out the day up around 20 knots, and this is probably the final race of the regatta, and the wind is down to about 8 to 10. Great day of racing on Pensacola Bay. The 3rd race on Sunday was finally abandoned for good, postponed canceled. So they got 2 races in on Sunday and 5 on Saturday, and it's still a very good regatta. Everybody was very tired yesterday after 5 races in really kind of heavy wind. So now the BX1s will load up and head home.